Yo, all right. So I think I'm gonna name this video 100 Hours of Warframe because that's kind of the checkpoint that I kind of just hit. Um, yeah, my brain's gonna be a little foggy in this one. I had like a really big leg day, so if you like catch me kind of just pausing or, I don't know, just if I don't seem like I'm all there, it's because like I'm probably not like had some really big squats. But anyways, 100 Hours of Warframe. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I low-key have not logged onto MapleStory in like 4 days, and maybe I'll talk about that for a little bit. So no, I'll talk about that later at the end, my bad. Anyways, 100 Hours of Warframe. I am MR10 as of last night, I believe, and I got a little more. In terms of quest, let's try to do this quick and then I'll put on some b-roll while I am. I'm on, I believe this is act 3 or act 4, whatever act it is. I'm on the last one, and all I have left to do is Jade Shadows and the Hex in terms of main story. I have been like trying to blast through it, kind of, sort of, but like not really rushing through it too much. Like I'm still trying to watch cutscenes and like enjoy myself. But I think my biggest deterrent from me like progressing just through the story, also my star chart isn't like fully complete either. Like I don't have Sedna. I think I have like nothing in Phobos except for 1 level. Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done, but every time I wanna get to it, I look here and then I see arbitration and I'm just like, damn, I could just be doing this right now and making and yeah, like, oh, it's so distracting sometimes, I swear. But like, whatever, it is what it is. I think I'm gonna try to get through it after I record it today, at least for the Hex, maybe Jade Shadows too, and then I gotta work on like some side quests and stuff. But I think before I do side quests, I'll probably try to get through my solar system, because I really want to unlock Steel Path, and I want to get into sorry, I'm a little sniffly. I want to get into like some end game farming. Like I want to do like some Void Cascade and Void Floods, because I also want, I saw a video, it was the Aeolic or Aeolic or however you guys pronounce it, I don't know. But I want that and I want to farm it, but I don't want to just like farm these. Like I figured if I'm going to be farming here, I might as well do it on Steel Path and kind of just get more arcanes out of it, because I was price checking some of the arcanes that I could get and it looked pretty decent. Like I could make, at least for me, like my plat income is really low. Like I got 55 plat, guys. Like I am not, like, so like, a little 20 plat trade here and there is like actually really good for me. Yeah, and like that's another, plat is also like another reason why I got distracted from like main story, just because like, I don't know, like I'll be watching a video and I'll see like a mod or I'll see some type of arcane, and I just want it, and then I'll look at my plat. I'm like, all right, how much do I need? And let's go grind out. Let's go get it. So yeah, but I think for now, at least, I don't know. I don't know. I think for now, I'm kind of happy with what I have in terms of like, I don't know what to call it, but like just mods in general. My main focus is going to be unlocking Steel Path, farming arbitrations, because it gives me kind of like everything I need in terms of credits and endo to level my mods, just because I've also like, I haven't been buying my mods like fully maxed out, because like it's like really expensive, and I feel like it'll take away from, I don't know, like me actually playing the game, instead of me just like constantly trying to grind like 100 to 200 plat every time I want to trade something or whatever. So I've just been trying to buy my stuff at level 0, rank it up myself. And for arcanes, I only have like the cheap ones. I think I only have like 3 or 2. No, I got 3. I just got the cheap ones because, well, I don't know if Arcane Fury is cheap. I think Arcane Fury is actually a little expensive, but I think I got this for, let me check. I don't know how to check like my trade history, but I'm pretty sure I got that for like 30 or 40 plat. Cheaper than what the market was. So I'm seeing right now for like 120. Yeah, I don't think I paid above like 65 for this. I don't have that guy's name saved anymore, but he looked at my MR and he's like, yo, I see that you're a new player. He's like, you can have this for 65. And I'm like, bro, my man, thank you. And if somehow you stumble across this video and you remember that you traded to Jump Melee, yo, thank you big time. Because this was huge for my Khora. And I guess this is where I'm gonna kind of talk about what I have, what my go-to builds are right now, what I'm using, and kind of like why I built the way I built. So my biggest issue on Khora was obviously damage, and then second was just like energy economy. Like for me, I would just like crank a couple whips and I would just be like struggling. Like I wouldn't understand how, like, and like it made me also not like the character or the frame, because then again, some builds they didn't really run into that problem, and I guess somehow they didn't run into that problem, so like they didn't spec too much into it. But for me, I feel like I do need to run 3 things for her. So I am running Equilibrium, Primed Flow, and Archon Stretch. I don't have it maxed out yet, but eventually it will be. I focused on Primed Flow first. I got 1 more level on Kant, and I think I should be able to get this today. And then I'll probably do Equilibrium for... Oh, I could do Equilibrium right now. Anyways, I'll probably like work on these 2 before I finish off Archon Stretch, just because that doesn't really matter too much. Yeah. So I'm running these 3 for my energy economy and like my sustain. This is also nice just in case like I ever kind of suck at shield gating as well. And Brief Respite catalyzing shields for my defensive options. And then I am running her on big range. If you're looking to build Khora, like you guys will kind of see like it really just depends on how efficient you want to be about things. Her Whipclaw can be buffed up to 200%. And then anything more on top of that will have to come from like your mods themselves. So mods being the ones you equip onto her Whipclaw, not here. So this 42% right now is technically, for the Whipclaw at least, just like overkill, and it's not really useful. But I like having it there because I think without this I lose quite a bit. I go down to 152, and then to hit, I just lost all my shit. I put that back before I forget what I put there. To hit 200, like there's a couple options. There are a couple options, like you could run Stretch, Augur Reach. Augur Reach would probably be nice for sustain. So like, yeah, you have some choices here. And then oh, my brain, sorry. But the reason why I'm running 242 and maybe more eventually, like another 10%, so like up to 253 or whatever, is because this is my farming build, and this increases the range on her Strangle Dome. This also increases the range on her too, to kind of like vacuum enemies in. So this is like a nice quality of life just for like farming purposes, which is typically what I'm doing with her. Like I said, like I'm not on Steel Path or any of the level cap content yet, so even like just for like generic like running through stuff, this is enough damage to kind of kill everything. And then these 2 augments. I think if I were to, let me see here. I think if I were to run into some harder content, I probably would do something like this, Augur Reach, just so I end up hitting as close to 200 as possible. I think with this, yeah, it'll be like 193. And then putting a defensive mod here either, yeah, like either rolling guard or adaptation. Those would be, this would be like what I would do if I wanted to like hop into some non-item farming end game stuff with her. But for Strangle Dome stuff, I like big range here, and then lots of energy sustain, because her damage ramps up like quite significantly through these two arcanes and then this mod. So that's why like 40% strength also isn't that bad. But when I need the damage and I need more defensive like capability, this will be a little bit more balanced. Really nice. Continuity, kind of just like quality of life for her dome, because this thing, this dome is like, this duration is trash. I know she's like, well, I mean, 30 seconds doesn't sound that bad, but like when you're zooming through the map, like 30 seconds is trash for me. And I guess I can get like another 5%, but like whatever. So this is what's on my Khora for basically everything. If I were to, I don't know how to describe this. Okay, so from what I'm seeing, the staple mods on Whipclaw would be, it would be these three, I'd say, are like the most used. You'll definitely see like this on every build too, but no, like normally it's just one or the other. I find it's like it's more of a crit leaning build, or it's more of a status build. The only difference between like those builds and then like what I'm doing here, just readjusting, is they often use the primed like Bane mods. What is it? Smite. There it is. Yeah, so like they often use like the smite mods, because this just adds a lot of damage. However, I don't have any of the primed version of these. I could use 1.3 is pretty nice. I wonder, I'll have to look into it. If this is 1.3 on top of everything, low-key that might be kind of crazy, but yeah, like I said, I don't have any of those, and I figured if I'm not doing that and every build has either steel or elementalist, I'll just put both on. Because like all the builds I saw have Weeping Wounds and have Blood Rush. It's just like that secondary layer of commitment into one of these where they like kind of just pick one or the other. So for my Whipclaw, I would say these 5 are the must-haves, especially as like a starter. If you guys are looking at this and you're new to Warframe and you want Khora Prime to be your first, like little bit of investment, I would say it would be these 5 mods here. And then these 3 are probably the most flexible. There's a lot of people who run like status chance stuff. However, because I'm doing melee influence, I don't want to put other elements on, because there is a chance, like if you have, and like if I'm wrong about this, like definitely correct me down in the comments, but if you have multiple elemental like damage types on your weapon and you inflict status, there is a chance that you don't inflict electricity, and then that would kind of just be like pointless of why am I running melee influence. I think if I'm running like melee exposure, I'm not sure what the rest of them are called, but if you swap this out, or if you don't have melee influence, you could definitely run other stuff. But once you get this, I would say definitely switch to just pure electric. Well, I don't know, I don't want to say definitely either, because like if you can get away with it, you can get away with it. But once I have this maxed out completely, I might try a different element, because overcapping status chance seems like it's more of a chance to apply either more electric or more of another like damage affinity or damage type or whatever. So yeah, you could run some different elements, some more status. I'm not sure if condition overload would be good instead of like doubling down on electricity here. I could just like hop into a mission, stand still, and like whip monsters and I can like figure it out. But if it's better and you know that for a fact, like just let me know down below and I'll 100% replace this. All right. So as I do, I kind of went on like a ramble yap sesh. So I'm just coming back to my build. So I guess I cut out a good like 10 minutes of me yapping because we'll have to look into it while I'm doing this. But for my vault build, I'm doing, where should I start? I guess I'll start up here. I'm doing growing power and sure-footed in the top 2 slots, just because sometimes like when I'm running around really fast on him, I don't notice the things happening on the floor. You guys know, like, you know, like the boom booms and all that stuff. So this is nice. Eventually one day I'll get primed sure-footed, I hope. But I might swap this out for anything. It's just the only thing I have for Exilus mods are Cunning Drift and Power Drift. I could run Cunning Drift for like slightly more. Oh, this might actually be this might be a good pick. Anyways, yeah, so like Volt being so versatile has made it really difficult for me to, I don't know, like do what I want with him. And I obviously I don't want to just put down like 10 Omniformas and then eventually be able to do what I want on him, because like that's just crazy. But yeah, I would like the top 2 up here to be Omni'd one day. Archon Stretch and Primed Flow for my energy. And I think, yeah, low-key Cunning Drift might be nice, because I do use my 1 to sustain a lot. Continuity for all my buff duration, and then my 2 augmentations here. And then I'm running Transient Fortitude, Intensify, and Constitution. Constitution is like really fun. Not fun. It's really useful for when I do get knocked down. Like I do kind of feel the 40% faster recovery, but 28% ability duration when I put this on seemed great. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe. So this is where I started rambling, that I had to like cut out all that footage. Because the reason why I'm running this too is because I lose like 28% here. I think that is it. 100 Hours of Warframe. This game is fire. So much so that I think my first video I posted since like deciding to do YouTube again, I said like, oh, MapleStory is so great, you know, like time management's so easy. I honestly, if I ever get to a point where I need to step back from MapleStory, like I'll do my 20-minute dailies, blah blah blah, whatever. And I'll be honest to you guys, I have not logged into MapleStory in like 4 days, and I think I gotta message the guild and tell them to kick me for the time being, because I don't think I'm gonna log back in for a while. I don't know. It's hard to, at least right now, it's hard for me to want to play MapleStory when my gains are kind of like so slowed. So this obviously is more pleasing for my attention span and like my dopamine to like make progress and like really see it. But also like visually, this is a beautiful, good looking game, super well optimized, like blasting through stuff, playing with the Cernos and like hearing the sound of those explosions. It's just, it's all crazy cool. And then going to like a 2D platformer that isn't something like Dead Cells. Like something like Dead Cells I could play, you know, but like at least like for MapleStory right now, yeah, I am I'm taking a break. I don't think I'm gonna quit forever, but I'm definitely taking a break for a little while to focus on Warframe, because there's just, I feel like there's just a lot of content for me to play through, you know. The thing with MapleStory is like after your dailies or whatever, it's you're kind of just grinding, right? And you can't even just grind for items as much as you want. Here you can grind for items as much, like you just gotta get it to drop. But since playing on like on reboot server, just grinding for mezzos, waiting for events to spend, and no, I need to and I want to play this game right now. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.